What's going on YouTube? Taters from TeamSlopyTaters here, giving you guys another deck profile today. And today's deck profile is Gladiator Beast. Before I get into the deck profile, I'm just going to go ahead and say I love making decks, and I just have so much fun and so many ideas for decks that comes down to just all I'm doing all day whenever I'm on Dueling Network is I'm just making decks or testing decks. So I'd like to throw the offer down there. If you guys are watching my deck, if you guys are watching this deck list in this video right now, leave a comment down below on like some deck ideas or some deck you'd like to see on my channel. If it's not already up there, I'll gladly make it for you guys and make sure you see it. So I'm definitely willing to take deck suggestions from you guys. So if you have any, please leave them in the comments below. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, then you guys have seen a lot of my deck lists. So tell me what kind of decks you guys would like to see from me. I know Team Ujima boys, you guys probably still want to see a zombie deck list. So whenever I get done with this video, I'll start making and testing one for you. But besides that point, we'll just go ahead and get right on into the deck list. We're doing Gladiator Beast today, and this style of Gladiator Beast is a little more aggressive because I'm a very aggressive player. I like aggressive deck builds, which is not always the best thing for me. I can't really be a professional player when I'm so aggressive. But it's just how I like to play this game. I like to get things out quick, and I like to destroy shit. So that's how this deck is kind of tutored. It's tutored more to my playstyle than any of my other deck lists because I'm a very aggressive player. So it has a lot of ins and outs. It has outs to my opponent's field while still keeping my field presence and the such. So if that's not really how you guys like to see a deck played, then I don't know. You can deal with it, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that's how this deck is more or less played, because this is a more aggressive style of Gladiator Beast. Gladiator Beasts are already a very aggressive deck, but this makes them more aggressive. We'll go ahead and get right on into the deck list. We start off with one Bestiary because that's all we're allowed to have. Bestiary is really great. He destroys the spell or trap when he first comes out, when he's tagged out with a Gladiator Beast. And plus, he's what you use to get out their Contact Fusion Gizzarus. And Gizzarus is just a bunch of broke sauce. But, so yeah, Bestiary is probably the best Glad out there. And next we run 3 Laquari, because Laquari is the Shiite. Laquari is pretty much your beat stick that you use to get over stuff and tag out for what you need. He's more or less the one you're going to be attacking with most of the time to get over stuff. So he's your quick answer to big monsters. Next we have 2 Equest and 2 Darius. You only really need 2 of these. Equest is more or less to get back your War Chariots when they go to the grave, because War Chariot is such a great card. And Equest is just, I don't know, 1600 is a solid enough attack, but it's not really used to get over stuff, but you can if you need to. And then 2 Darius is just really good to get back stuff that was destroyed. Like if you had your Bestiary go to the graveyard, you can get it back with Darius, because you don't like your Glads going to the graveyard. And for the 1-of Gladiators, we run 1 Hoplomus, 1 Murmillo, and 1 Rediari. I feel like the 1 Hoplomus is necessary for if you need to go on the defensive, but you don't need more than 1 because he is kind of, he blows. He's not really good to tag out with unless you set him, which I don't like doing because, as I told you guys, I'm a very aggressive player. So, I don't know. Hoplomus is good at some points and bad at others. And then Murmillo Murmillo's good for controlling the field. I don't like the fact that he has to destroy a monster and the monster has to be face up. But you don't usually tag out for him unless you need to. So that's Murmillo, and that's why you only really want run one, because you don't need to destroy stuff on the field, because more or less you'll just be attacking over it. Next, we run one Rediari because it pretty much affects everything in the meta. With Chaos Dragons, you can remove their light pulsars and Chaos targets in their graveyard. Dark Worlds, you can banish their Graphas if they ever went to the graveyard. Inzectors, you can get rid of Hornets. What's another one? Agents, you can get rid of some of their agent targets before they get Hyperion out, or if they have Hyperion out, you can just get rid of some of their fairy targets in the graveyard. It pretty much hits everything in the meta right now. Agents aren't really meta. They were just an idea. But so Rediari is really good as a one of, but he doesn't have a solid enough ground by himself to be more than one. Because you do not want to draw him, Murmillo, or Hoplomys, because they're good at times, but if you draw them, you're just gonna cry, because you don't want to have these cards in hand, because they're just so dead. They can't get over much, so you can't tag them out once they're on the field. Next, we run one Test Tiger. I was running 0, but then I started thinking about Test Tiger. I'm like, he could be good in situations when you draw a Test Tiger, and like one of the 3 I was just talking about. But other than that, I don't really like Test Tiger. Another reason I run him is because he can special summon himself out, and he's a level 3. So if you have Murmillo or Rediari, you can special summon Test Tiger, and if you don't need the tag out necessarily, then you can just overlay Rediari and Test Tiger for a rank 3. And that's about all I really use Test Tiger for. That's why I only run 1. But he's a good card most of the time. I just feel like he'd be way too cloggy at 3 or even 2. Next, I run one Spirit Reaper just in case I do need to go on the offensive. If I'm not drawing the Gladiators I need, then I'll just set a Spirit Reaper and hope he'll hold out for 1 or 2 more turns so I can draw a Gladiator Beast. Or if I just have no outs to anything at the moment, I'll set Spirit Reaper and wait so I can get over their big monster or something. Next, we run 2 Thunder King because Thunder King is a big beat stick, and it's not really necessary for you to search out in this deck. So you can run Thunder King and hurt your opponent. Plus, he negates inherent special summons, which is always great. So Thunder King is at 2 because I enjoy drawing Thunder King in this deck. I never think he's a dead card, because he's just so good. Most people think you shouldn't run him in Glads because you're running Proving Grounds. And some people run Dualities. I run Dualities just because I feel like it makes the deck a little bit more consistent. Yeah, I can't tag out the turn I use it, but it doesn't really mind me. If you time it right, then you'll use it when you need it. So that's the monsters, 15 monsters in all. I feel like I wouldn't really mess with the Glad lineup except for maybe getting rid of a Darius and maybe Hoplomys for maybe like another request. But that's about it, because I do find myself loving a quest. But I feel like 2 is all you really need, because at the most you're going to be getting 2 cards back from your graveyard, which is still really good. I've never seen the need for me to get 3 cards back from my graveyard. Or even have the opportunity to, so I feel like 2 is just enough. And we'll go ahead and get into the spells. We run 1 Book of Moon, 1 Dark Hole, 1 Mind Control, 1 Heavy Storm, and 1 Reborn for the 1-ofs. Those are all really staply. Mind Control is kind of... I know people are going to ask what the Mind Control is for, but all the Gladiator Beasts are level 4, so you can overlay for a bunch of rank 4s with Mind Control. if you ever need to, but I mostly use it to get something big off of their field, so I can attack and tag out for the turn when I absolutely need to. I usually hold mind control until I feel like I absolutely need it, but other than that, mind control is just a good defensive card. And we run 2 Lance because 2 Lance helps you get over stuff, plus it can help you save your Glads if you need to. So I feel like Lance is really good. I've been trying to find a spot for a third one. I'm probably going to end up taking out one Darius for another Lance, because I found myself using Lance so much and loving Lance in this deck so much that 3 would almost be just so good for this deck. It'd make this deck so broken. So Lance is definitely, I feel like, a must in Gladiator Beast, just because it's so damn good. Next, we do run 3 Proving Ground to improve your consistency, because I know I run Thunder King, but Proving Ground is just too great, because I don't like drawing Rediari, Hoplomys, and Murmillo. I mean, Hoplomys is good to see sometimes, maybe first turn, but if I draw it in my second turn hand, like if I'm going second and I draw a Hoplomys, I'm going to be extremely butthurt. So I do like Proving Ground to like grab a Luquari and then just attack over stuff and start my tag out process. So even though I do run the Thunder Kings, I feel like Proving Ground is a must, because you're not always going to have Thunder King out there, considering I'm only running 2. So it's never really a problem for me to use my Proving Grounds. And we also run 2 Mystical Space Typhoon to get rid of pesky back row. I should probably be running 3, but I've never found a problem with running 2. So until I see that I really need 3, I'm probably just going to keep it at 2, because I feel like MST is just so cloggy. I run triple MST in a few decks, and every time I use those decks, it just seems so cloggy, but I know it's necessary. So right now I'm just running 2, because Gladiator Beast already have kind of a problem with being cloggy. So I feel like 2 is the perfect amount. And we do run two dualities, because you are trying to tag out every turn. But I feel like duality is there for the turns that you either don't need to tag out, or you just feel like you need that extra bit of oomph in your hand. So you'll try and duality into an MST, or maybe a Horn, or War Chariot, or maybe you didn't draw any monsters or Proving Ground, so you just need the duality to draw a monster. So I feel like 2 duality is still really good. We also run 3 Gladiator Beast Warrior Chariots to start off the trap lineup, because War Chariot is so good. I mean, it's unbelievably good. This deck has such a great Insector matchup, just for the fact that I can run over all of their Insectors, and plus, whenever they go to Summon Dragonfly, activate effect, War Chariot, your Dragonfly is off the field, that's 1 Dragonfly down, and I can just tag out next turn. So War Chariot is really good, especially with a quest. When you can use a quest to get your War Chariots back, that is just broken. So yeah, War Chariot being a counter trap that negates and destroys effect monsters is just too good. Too good. Next we run 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast. I haven't seen too many Gladiator Beasts running Horn of the Phantom Beast, and I don't know why, but then again, I start to think about it, and I run Horn of the Phantom Beast because I like it. Like I told you guys, I'm a very aggressive player, so if I have the chance to use a Horn of the Phantom Beast effectively, I'm going to be using Horn of the Phantom Beast, because that 800 boost, believe it or not, is super, super good. You tag out for Luquari at 21, equip it with a Horn of the Phantom Beast, and just sit on it, drawing cards every turn. So hell yeah, I'm going to be using Horn of the Phantom Beast with a 2900 level 4 monster. That is just way too good. Plus the drawing cards is awesome in Gladiator Beast, because you can just draw into your outs while tagging out every turn. So I feel like Horn of the Phantom Beast is too good not to run in this deck. Next, we're running the Solemn Brigade with 1 Judgment and 2 Warning, because Judgment is to push for game or negate a big play from your opponent, and then the Warnings is to just kind of get rid of monsters that you're unable to deal with your Glads alone. So don't use Warning. I'm going to advise you guys to not use Warning as early as you think you should. Use warnings on the dragonflies, on the rabbits, things that you're going to have problems with. You're not really going to have problems with dragonflies because of the chariots, but if your opponent goes for like something big that you can't get over, warning that. Because if you get rid of that big monster, even if they do establish quite a bit of field, if you can at least get over one of their monsters with a Gladiator Beast, you can tag out from Armillo or Darius or Hoplamis or anything you need to kind of sustain a field or get rid of their field if you need to. So get rid of their big monsters with Solemn Warning is all I'm going to say. And then we're going to run 2 Starlight Road, because Starlight Road is too good in this deck. And actually, before I started this video, I went and took all the synchros out like a dumbass. I don't know why I did that, but I went and took all the synchros out, not thinking to put Stardust back in. So what did I add in? I'm going to take the Grynosaurus out. I always do a quick run through of my decks before I do a video and do some cleanup and re-innovation. And when I went back in this one, I had like 6 synchros in the extra deck, but no tuners. So I questioned myself, and I was like, why do I have all these synchros? So I mindlessly took all of them out and forgot about the Stardust to put them back in. So sorry about that, guys. But you run Starlight Road mostly to keep your field presence and keep Chariot on the field if you need to. But Starlight Road is mostly for the Dark Holes and Torrentials and stuff. So save it for that. You don't really care much for your back row, but if you're in a situation where you feel like you're going to need what you have down, then you're going to use Starlight Road on a heavy storm or something. So save Starlight Road for like big stuff, like the big booms like Torrential and Dark Hole. Next up, in the extra deck, we're going to start out with the 2 fusions. We run 1 Gizaris and 1 Heraclinos, because Gizaris is too good and Heraclinos wins you games. Gizaris takes 1 Bestiari and another Gladiator Beast monster. You shuffle him back into your deck, then special summon this guy. When he is special summoned, you can destroy up to 2 cards on your opponent's side of the field. No, just on the field, period, which is also awesome. And then then he can tag out for 2 Gladiator Beasts once if he attacks. And he's got a respectable attack at 2400. So Gizaris is just way too good not to run. When he comes out, pop 2 cards, attack, tag out for a Laquari and a Bestiari, or like a Laquari and a Quest, or whatever you really need. Next, we run 1 Heraclinos, because Heraclinos is way, way too good. He takes Laquari and 2 other Gladiator Beast monsters, and you shuffle them back into the deck just like Gizaris. And then during either player's turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, you can discard 1 card, negate the activation, and destroy it. This card must be face up on the field to activate and to resolve this effect. So if they activate a spell or trap, you ditch a card and negate it, period. It's done, which is absolutely great. Plus, having 3,000 attack and 2,800 defense is just ridiculous. So Heraclinos, definitely awesome. The only bad thing about him is you can't tag him out for 3 Gladiator Beasts, because that would be amazing if you could do that. But you can't. They didn't let you do that. For rank 3 exceeds, we're running 1 Leviathan Dragon, 1 Leviair, 1 Giga Brilliant, 1 10 Tempo, and 1 Acid Golem. 10 Tempo is way too good if you need it. Let's see. Giga Brilliant is awesome if you can get it out and have some glides on the field, because they just attack over everything. Because then Laquari goes up to 2400, just beating over shit. It can crash with a Lagia. It can run over Dalka. It's just way too good. So Giga Brilliant is in there for that. And the rest of the rank 3s are pretty self-explanatory. We are running one Gymnite Pearl because sometimes this deck does have problems with getting over stuff. So we do run the Gymnite Pearl to kind of for those emergency attack points. That's all he's in there for. And we're on one Maestroke, Shark Drake, Utopia Ray, and Photon Butterfly Assassin. Shark Drake is very possible in this deck, but I've gone into him twice and I've won games with him. I will say that I've gone into him twice and both times I've won with him, so that is good. Shockmaster isn't out yet, but I don't think I'd run Shockmaster over Shark Drake just in this deck because this deck is too aggressive for Shockmaster and it's already got enough negation. So I do like Shark Drake, but I don't go into him at all because he takes 3 of your Glads to make him, which takes a lot from your deck. It takes a lot from your deck to just be like, I don't really need these. Let's just go for Shark Drake. But if you can push for that game with Shark Drake, I have a lot. And then Utopia Ray because you run the Mind Control. Then we'll run 2 Stardust for the 2 Starlight Roads. And that's about all we run the Stardust for. You do run Reborn, so I guess you could Reborn something and go into Stardust if you need to. But I've never done that personally. I've never seen the need to. But that's it for the extra deck and the deck itself. If you guys like the deck, be sure to like and subscribe if you're a new viewer to my channel. Be sure definitely to subscribe to see a lot more decks, because I do a lot of deck lists, especially now that it's summertime. I'm pumping out deck lists like it's nobody's business. Be sure to check out some of our other videos for sure, and leave a comment down below telling us different decks you'd like to see from us. And as for that, that's Taters from TeamSlopyTaters, and I'm out, guys. See ya.